Alright, yo, so check it out. Like I said, I was going to bring a video about how I got rid of my car, sold it. Actually, I sold my car in Kijiji. So, if you don't remember how my car looks, this is how my car looks. And this is actually one of the last days or the last time I actually had my car, because it was that moment I was selling the car. So, in case you don't know, which you don't because I haven't been vlogging, is that this is the last time I'm going to see this car. Very last time. Did you sign it? Yeah. Alright. Oh, I have to also put the kilometers on it, I guess, as well. Or he can do that. I think he can do that. It's 200 and that's it. Now that you're all caught up in how it looks, this is exactly how it went down. I'm apologizing in advance if the story is long, but it just has to go this way, okay? So, check it out. Now, after searching time and time again on Auto Trader and all these other websites like Kijiji, Craigslist, whatever, for a car for Kim, I started running into problems with my car, so I had to replace my car. So not only the search, I was actually getting real tired of helping Kim search for her car. Sorry, Kim. But I now had to start a car search myself, and this was long and grueling, and man, car shopping is tough. Anyways, so when Kim was getting her car and finalized her car, I came to her dealership that she was at to, support her because she just got her car, and the guy there who wasn't helping Kim, but the next guy said that he'll give me money for my car if I don't want it, because I was looking at cars there. So I said, cool, I'll take that offer. So he said, just come back and we'll talk. So what ended up happening was I did go back and I test drove a car, and then he said, okay, instead of 300, which I failed to mention that, but he said he'll give me 300 for my car. Now he said he'll give me $500 for my car. I'm like, this is sweet, because I thought I was only gonna get like the bare minimum. Okay, so after he said that, I said, okay, I will come back. He said, make sure you come back because we can get it appraised and see if we can get you more. This music to my ears, right? Then I come back with one of my boys. I called ahead of time, and they said that the guy was sick, but just come by because he remembers that I was there with my girlfriend when she bought her car. So I go back, and what ends up happening is I talk to the guy. He says, okay, yeah, we can go get it appraised. So he calls over his boss man, right? And then what ends up happening was I gave him my keys, and he took the keys. He just looks at it from the outside, doesn't even go inside, just looks at it from the outside, and then all of a sudden walks away. Me and my boy are standing there kind of like, what the? So then the other guy runs off to the owner who was appraising the car, and he comes back with my keys. He then says to me, so we can give you a couple hundred for it. What do you mean a couple hundred? It's like, yeah, a couple hundred. I said, can you specify what that means? He's like, the car's in, whatever shape, so give you a couple hundred. I say to him, 200? He's like, yeah, a couple hundred. So I'm kind of just like, after one guy says one thing, then another guy says another thing, right? So then, after this, I'm arguing with him to be like, bro, you offered me more. Somebody offered me more. He's like, the car's only going to go to the scrap, so it's not worth any more than that and whatnot. So we can only give you that much. So he's like, if you buy a car, we can give you $500 for it. I said, yo, my girlfriend just bought a car. Like, how much money do you want from us? Then he's like, oh, she got a really good deal and blah, blah, blah. I wasn't trying to hear it, right? I just kind of tuned it right out. But I was just like, that's not what I was offered, so I don't understand why you're saying that now. He's like, what if I took the car from you right now? My boy shouts out, well, take the bus. He wasn't prepared to hear that because he looked like he was a little bit in shock. So then, after that, I just said, you know what? Forget this. Screw you. I'm out of here. Right? So, After that, now what ends up happening is I'm upset. I'm driving back or whatnot, and my boy then tells me, he's like, "Yo, why don't you just post your car on Kijiji?" I looked at him and I'm like, you know what? I ain't got much to lose. Why not? So, oh, sorry, that was a burp. That just came out the wrong way. So, with that being said, now what I did is that I went home, because I've been looking at used cars the entire time. Yeah, my other car is used, not brand new. But because I've been looking at cars the entire time, I know exactly what you need to see in a car in order to sell it, right? I give you every view. I only left out one view is because the rust was more obvious on that one side. But you know what I mean. It was almost 360 view, and inside, back seat, and then showing the front way, and that's it. Took pictures of it, right? They looked. My car actually came out looking nice. I wish I still had the pictures of it. Well, I mean, I still do, but I'm not gonna waste time and show that. But anyways, I had to go to work too. So, out of all this whole mix-up, I got them posted on Kijiji by like 2:30. I had to be at work for 3. So then I raced over to work and said, I'll leave it there and we'll see what happens. So what ends up happening is I left my ad, and this is exactly what it said. 2001 Hyundai Elantra sold as is for $1,000. That's what I said, or best offer. Caption underneath was, selling as is. It has it's manual powered, if that makes sense. Meaning there is no power windows, locks, nothing. I said there is some rust, that the front wheel bearings in the car are starting to go, and I'm starting to have a sensor problem with the car. Right? I am selling this the exact way that it is. Mind you, I posted this at 2:30. I get to work for 3. By the time 3:30 rolled around, and I'm training someone at this point, my phone was blowing up of emails, text messages, and calls to get this car. I get messages like, "I'll give you $400. I kind of ignored that. Then other people still saying the same thing. Other people are saying, "Can I view the car? Can I view the car?" I answered the phone once because it was ringing too much. This one guy says to me, "Hey, I'm calling about the car. Can I view it right now?" I said, "Not right now, but you can view it today if you want." It's like, I have some time later on. He's like, "Do you have 5? I'm like, "Sure, I got 5. And he says, "Okay, I'm going to be coming from Oakville, so 5 o'clock should be good." I'm like, "Shoot, Oakville? Alright. You can come check out the car." And then he says to me, "Is the price negotiable?" I said, "Did you read the ad?" I said, "It's being sold as is. That's what it is, or sold or best offer." I should say that. Then he goes to me and says, "Okay, I'll withdraw $700 and come to you." I said, "Bro, you can check out the car first and then you can decide." It's like, "Okay, I'm bringing $700 and then I'll get back to you." I'm like, "Just come look at the car, then we'll talk about price." People try to bully you in this whole haggling world. So with that being said, now this guy's on his way to see the car. People are still calling about this car, but one person is actually coming to see the car. 5 o'clock rolls around and he actually comes. He comes inside. He comes inside the parking garage where I work, sees the car, drives it around the parking lot for a little bit, and then he gets out. Now is the fun part, the negotiating. So he says to me, "So I'll give you $700 for the car." Before I could even say something, because I was there with somebody, because you never know what can happen if you're there by yourself. Not saying I'm a punk, but I asked my boy Norvik if he wants to come. So before I could even say anything, when this guy said $700, Norvik shouts out, "Bro, this car is worth 8. So then the guy goes, "So I can't get it for 7? I'm like, "Hey, I think it's worth 8. So if you want to take your 7, if you want to, that's all you have to offer. I have other people who want to view it, so I'll take your 7 and you can hold it there, but I want to see what else someone will give me." The look of panic and distress is on this guy's face. He's like, "I came all the way from Oakville, so why can't could I even get the car now?" is what he says to me. And I'm like, "No, because I got to get home. How else am I going to get home? I said for you to view it. I didn't say for you to buy it right now." Then he says to me, He's like, I can't even get the car and you're not even going to give it to me $700? I'm like, buddy, I hold your 7 and I just want to see what somebody else will offer me. So I tell him that someone is going to be coming in at 6 to look at it. So I mean, like, you can just take your time and think about it. So he's like, Dad, okay, I'll give you $800. I said, alright, cool. He's like, make sure you call the guy in and tell him not to come for the car. I'm like, hey, it's okay. You got the car. Just gotta relax. So then what ended up happening was, got a receipt, printed up a receipt for, he gave me a down payment of $200. Then I picked up the other 6 the next following day because he was trying to hustle me and make me feel bad that he was coming from Oakville when he actually is in Scarborough, where I go to Scarborough very often. So I understand why he was trying to hustle me because he'd been hustled himself. So that's a little money in the bank for me with that. So I dropped off the car the next day, picked up the money, and my car was sold basically in less than 2 hours. That's quite the Kijiji story. I found my first car there, I got rid of my first car there, and I also found my second car there. So yeah, it's been quite the interesting Kijiji story. Anyways, this video has been too long. So sorry that I'm talking so much, but that's storytelling for you. Quick thing, I will be doing summer vlogs. It starts at the 21st because that's when summer officially starts. Until then, I will talk to you later and have my first video the following 21st. So you'll see me. Okay? Peace, love, deuces. Talk to you later. Bye.